Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Speaks Morning Show. I'm Tony T. We're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live replays for today's card. And on today's show, we'll have a picture here from the NFL playoffs. It is the divisional round. 2 games on the schedule for today. Also, we have a picture from the NBA. It is a 9-game schedule, 144 game schedule from college hoops. Have some picks for you from there. NHL as well. You know, those big Saturday cards are up here as well. So lots of action here, lots of free picks on the channel. All we ask for you guys to do is support us and give us that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build up our audience and set those notifications. So when we're live, we have 5 live shows over our channel, and they're all interact with you folks in the chat. So make sure you set notifications so you get notified from those live shows. They appreciate that as well. And also, if you would, if you're looking for, we're going to give you our free plays, but if you're looking for our best bets, you can head on over to our site at tonyspeaks.com. The link there is in the description. We also have a fully documented record set with leaderboards showcasing top performers. Sitting with the top performer here today with Al Ninos here on the site. So click that link in the description and get on over there at tonyspeaks.com to get our best bets there. All right, Al, meet the cappers and get right to the picks. We get to work here on the Tony Speaks Morning Show. Al, what's going on?
Yeah, doing all right. Unfortunately, dropped one yesterday, but yeah, I didn't really love the card. Unfortunately, a couple plays I liked in the NBA did come through, but obviously not all of them. But again, I ended up going with my first college basketball play of 2026, and didn't work out as planned. I went down pretty big early and just couldn't quite catch up there. So yeah, took that loss. Looking for a bounce back today. And already got 2 plays up there for everyone today. So already increasing the volume here off that loss. Trying to make up for it, I guess.
There you go from Al. Yeah, I look for a bounce back. Do the call yesterday, but we're bouncing back here on this big card today. So let's get to work here, guys, on the free picks. We'll start obviously with NFL, the 2 games on the board today. We'll feature the Bills and Broncos. This one here, open Bills 1 when it opened. It's now Denver favored by 1.5. Total sits here 46.5 there. Niners and Seahawks. This opened Seattle 7 with juice. It's still around 7. There's a hook at Pinnacle, by the way, and there's a heavy juice here on the sharp books on that 7. Everywhere else pretty much now. So you might, if you need that 7.5, you like the dog, wait for the 7.5. You want the favorite, you probably better jump in and find that 7 and shot for the juice, because it looks like this one may hit 7.5 just based on how the market looks right now. Total sits here at 45. We'll take a look here at for the weather report. Actually, the only bad weather spot might be tomorrow in that Rams Chicago game, just because it's just going to be so cold. I think that's the
like
situation.
2 bad weather spots tomorrow, actually, but today looks all right. Yeah.
Today looks all right. I think that's right, because I think that we might get some rain in the other game there, being in that Patriots game at 3 Eastern tomorrow. But we'll put our attention here on the games for today. And last night when I looked, it looked like it was pretty good on the weather forecast. Just waiting for these browsers. These browsers. These sites that have all these pop-ups really slow down. It doesn't matter how fast your internet speed is. You got all this junk. I don't know. These some of these sites, they charge you for the data, but still they give you a bunch of stuff that slows down your browser. But anyway, here we go. The Buffalo game, 38 degrees, and Denver, I should say, at Denver, 38 degrees, 10-mile-per-hour wind there. In Seattle, 49 degrees, 3-mile-per-hour wind. So whether or not a factor, we could see snow, by the way, tomorrow in New England, 78% chance, around mid-30s for tomorrow. Rams and Bears tomorrow, 21 degrees. 15-mile-an-hour wind. Oh, that's going to be cold there. 70% chance of rain and snow there. So the weather is tomorrow. Today we got good weather on us. What do you like today?
Yeah, well, let's start with this early one here, and I'll take a look at the side. I mean, this is honestly, I haven't put it in as a premium yet, but I like it quite a bit here. Should be a good game, but at the end of the day, I'm trust the more experienced quarterback here and back these Bills. Again, the Broncos have had a great season. Just think, and yeah, it should be a good game. I think I don't think it's a blowout by any means. But if this one does come down to the wire again, I'm just going to trust the more experienced quarterback here. And again, the Bills have a pretty complete team, so I think they go into Denver and get the job done there. And got a premium on that late one, so I'm going to try not to give too much away there. So yeah, go check that out on the page.
There from El Ninos there. Yeah, that's a funny line there from Jorge there. In there. Yeah, I'll tell you what I like here. Yeah, I agree with El Ninos. I'm going to take the quarterback play here with the Buffalo Bills. Bo Nix just not enough accuracy for me to back him in a playoff game of this caliber against a really good Buffalo team that here in this spot. Let's see here. Josh Allen has averaged a career high this year for 8 yards per pass attempt. That's his best season here. And also, he likes to run the football in playoff games. Not so much during the season. He doesn't want to get hurt during the regular season. But in the playoffs, he'll run the football. Knicks, again, to me, just not accurate enough at home. 62% completion rate. And looking at these teams here in the playoffs, interesting to note here with Buffalo, they're 4-1 on the road against playoff teams this year, beating Carolina, Pittsburgh, New England, and Jacksonville. So 4-1 road mark here. I'll take the road team here in this spot. Darnold's dealing with that oblique injury, as Jorge said. He hurt his oblique. Those are very tricky injuries. We'll see how he can impact his throws downfield. Could possibly also impact the velocity on his passes. We'll see how it is. He only knows. Also, too, he'll probably get shot up, right? The net usually only works for one half, the pain medication. So we'll see if he gets shot up and see how that works there. But for me, I'm going to take the Niners. They've covered 7 or 8. The only game they didn't cover was that Seattle lost 13-3. But they didn't have their left tackle, Trent Williams, in there. But he's there today. So for me, the big difference here is they have their left tackle in there for San Francisco. Seattle, in their 2 meetings against San Francisco, scored 13 points in both games. I'm getting 7, maybe 7 in the hook. I'll look at the 49ers there in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Dixon Morning Show as we'll turn our attention over to the NBA for today. And we'll take a look at the 9-game card here from the association. So let's pull up the numbers here. Let's get the injuries out here. Maybe we'll do 3 blocks of 3 in these games. Let's get it going here. NBA, 3 blocks of 3 in a 9-game card. So let's roll here, starting here with the Jazz and Mavericks. It will be Dallas 3.5, total 241.5. Celtics and the Hawks. The Celtics here 3.5 on the road, total 230. Suns at Knicks. It's the Knicks 3.5, total 225. We'll look at the injury report here from these games. Utah and Dallas, no Markin and no Niang for Utah. For Dallas, no Davis, no Gafford. No Davis, no Irving. Gafford and Cooper Flagg are both doubtful. Christie and Washington are both probable. Boston, Atlanta, no Minot, no Tatum. Peyton Pritchard here is doubtful. For Atlanta, no Porzingis, no Rasacher out there for Atlanta. Daniels there is questionable. And then we go to the game between the Suns and Knicks. Should be a good one there. Bouye and Green out for Phoenix. Booker is the question mark there for Phoenix. Brunson also question mark there. Of course, Brunson with that knee situation, right? Still questionable. I'm sorry, with the ankle situation. He's questionable there. Keep an eye there. And, of course, it's it's Booker here. Let's see what we get any detailed information here on Booker status here as he's questionable as of right now. It looks like he's also dealing with an ankle. He sat out Thursday's loss against the Pistons. He did participate in the shoot-around there on Thursday, and he's hopeful that he return for Saturday's game. So keep an eye there. So Booker did compete in the shoot-around before Thursday's loss, but they sat him down for precaution. So there you go. Read between the tea leaves, if you would. We'll start with El Ninos.
Yeah, a couple of good matchups on this slot for sure. One I actually really like, starting to grow on me quite a bit here, is these Mavs in the early one. They just beat up on these Jazz. The Jazz just 2-8 in their last 10. Struggling on the road, just 5-15 there on the road. So I'll lay the couple points there with the Mavs. I see this line. I think it went up a little bit, then came back down. So don't necessarily agree with the buyback there with the Jazz on the Jazz, but yeah, anything under 6, I guess I would lay there with the Mavs. And Suns Knicks should be a good one. Knicks obviously have been much better at home than they have been on the road, so they do have their home court advantage here. But I think the value's on the Suns again, whether Booker plays or not. And it sounds like he has a pretty good shot at making it on the court for this one. And especially if Brunson sits this one out, it's going to be a tough spot for the Knicks. But again, either way, I think the value's on the Suns in this one. Maybe even the money line play, but let's just take the points for now.
There we go with Al Nino's here. Say what I like from these three here. I'll look at the Mavericks here. Mavericks have been shooting the ball pretty well here and defending the three-point line over the past 2 weeks. The issue with me back in Utah has been their defense, especially in this with this short number. I need a lot of points with Utah over the past 2 weeks, allowing 50% shooting, 39% from three. They're struggling hitting threes and marking in their shooter out. I'll look here at Dallas in that spot. Yeah, I'm going to look at the Celtics here to get it done on the road here. Hawks have not shot the ball well, and their defense has been bad over the past 2 weeks, giving up 49% shooting. The Celtics have defended better over that time span as well. The Hawks missed the cover in their final 2 games of that West Coast trip with poor three-point shooting. So 1 day's rest after that road trip. Kind of a tough spot here for Atlanta. So I'll look at Boston on the road here to cover this number. And boy, the Suns game is tough. I would look at if we can get the hook on the three, I would take the 3.5 here with the Suns. The issue with these Knicks have been their shooting here and their defense over the past 2 weeks, giving up 50% shooting, 41% from three. And there's drama between Mike Brown and one of his Mike Brown and one of his players again. Doesn't surprise me. We saw that with De'Aaron Fox in Sacramento. So him and Cat have some issues there. So Mike Brown, he just has those issues. Sometimes when the team gets in a funk, it takes a long time for them to turn around from it. The Knicks have failed to cover 12 of 15. Bad shooting, bad defense. The Suns have defended well over the past 2 weeks there. So I'll look here at the Suns in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Next three on the block on the block are Pacers, Pistons 12.5. Pacers, the back-to-back team, total 227.5. T-Wolves, the back-to-back team at San Antonio. The rest of the team, Spurs, 6.5, total 228.5. Thunder at Heat. Thunder up to 10.5 from an opener of 8.5, total 233.5. We'll look at the injury report here for these block of games. Pacers and Pistons, no Mathurin, no Toppin. And we also have Isaiah Jackson questionable. For Detroit, Reed is questionable. Amin Thompson and Cunningham now are probable for OKC and Miami. No Hardenstein, no Topic for OKC. Jaquez, Mitchell, Rozier out for Miami. Hero is questionable. Minnesota and San Antonio. Edwards missed yesterday. He's questionable today with that foot. Shannon out. For San Antonio, no Vassell and Castle there is questionable. We go back to El Ninos.
Yeah, gonna back some dogs here. I just think we're getting a few too many points. Tough spot on the road here for the Pacers, but I think they can keep it within single digits here against a pretty good Pistons team. But again, just think they're laying too many points there. Thunder, obviously a pretty good team as well. But again, I don't like laying these big numbers here. And the Heat have been pretty decent lately, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, a little up and down there from them, but they did drop. Ooh, I'm way off here. Sorry, guys. 1 sec. Yeah. So I actually not playing too well actually coming into this one, but I think that they can again keep it within single digits on their home court here. Just again, not rushing to lay that number again. If you like the Thunder, I'd probably take them to win both halves, but don't love that one either. So I'll just grab the points there with the Heat to keep it respectable at home. And another tough spot here on the back-to-back for these Wolves against the rested Spurs here at home. But yeah, a game of the Spurs should be able to win, especially Anthony Edwards, I guess the big question mark here. But I'd lean towards taking the points either way, whether he plays or not. Maybe even money line it if he does come back. But Wolves either way for me there. Small, nothing crazy.
And there from Al Ninos here. Tell you what I think about these games here. Yeah, I'll look at the Indiana of all these points here. Detroit, again, it's a three-point shooting that's been struggling over the past 2 weeks here. And that's been kind of the season long here. It's been the three-point shooting for this Pistons team. Pacers over the past 2 weeks hitting 41% from three, allowing just 33% from beyond the arc. And the Pacers have covered 5 of 6 with the improved defense. So I'll look at them to cover this game here against Indiana. I think tennis have too much to give Miami. I'll take Miami here. You got Norman Powell in the lineup. If he's in the lineup, I'll take him and get in the double digits. Heat has been defending the three-point line pretty well. OKC over the past 2 weeks just 31% from three, but giving up 37% from beyond the arc. Thunder has missed the cover in 5 of 7. Spots of poor shooting and defense here. We'll take this Heat team to cover the spread. And I can only look at the Spurs here. They crushed Milwaukee the other night. Edwards, we know, is the issue there with that foot, and it's rest advantage here for the Spurs. The Spurs have really been defending well over the past 2 weeks, 42% overall. They've covered 4 of 5 with good defense. I'll take the Spurs in this one. All right, let's continue on here with Tony's Morning Show, closing out NBA with these final 3. Hornets and Warriors. Warriors now up to 7. They're 7.5 out there, total 234.5. Wizards and Nuggets. The Nuggets, 12, total 231.5 here. Nuggets, the rest of the team. The Wizards on the back-to-back, missing the cover against Sacramento. Boy, they could not get close. They got away from in the fourth quarter. Lakers and Blazers. Here we go. Blazers home favorites. Look at this, 3.5, total 224 in this one. Let's take a look here at these injury reports in these final 3 games. Hornets and Warriors. It's just Plumlee and Diabate. Plumlee out. Diabate is questionable. For the Warriors, no Seth Curry out, and also Santos is out. For Wizards and Nuggets, Wizards, the back-to-back team. Coulibaly, Trae Young are out. Vukcevic and Middleton here are questionable. For Denver, it's no Bates, no Braun, no Cameron Johnson, no Jokic, no Valanciunas. Brown, Gordon, Murray are all probable. For the Lakers and Portland, it's no Luka, no Reeves, no Tiro. So Luka out. Ayton, Hayes are both questionable. On the Portland side, no Scoot, no Murray, no Thibault, no Wesley. Avija is doubtful. Holiday, Grant, questionable. So there you go with the injuries. Over to Alnitas.
Yeah, the one, well, actually, it's probably the only one worth putting any money on, I guess, in this block for me. I like the Hornets here, getting the points over the Warriors. I think I lost last time I went up against the Warriors, but again, they're not just gonna blow teams out every night. And Hornets been playing some pretty good ball, so getting over 2 possessions here. I got to back the Hornets here to at least show up here against Curry and company. I think it's always a reason to try to have a good game, right, against these guys. But yeah, I think they at least keep it respectable. And again, would not be shocked by an upset there. So definitely grabbing the points with the Hornets. And other than that, again, just too many points for the Nuggets. And it's a great spot there with a big home court advantage, as well as throw the rest advantage on top. Again, if you like the Nuggets, I'd just take them to win both halves, but I'm leaning towards the points of the Wizards. Not rushing to bet it at all.
There we go with Al Ninos here. Tell what I think here about some of these games. Yeah, I agree with that. I like the Hornets here at the plus 7 now in this one. I know it's later in the road trip. You always have to worry about that, but man, they got the shooters there. Ball, 30-point night, Brandon Miller, Knappel, those 3 there, and the speed of the Hornets. Don't forget, they're a fast team, and going against that older Warriors team, they could wear them out in the second half. Arrested Charlotte team. I'll look at them. The only negative here, it is late in the road trip, so that's always the thing you worry about. But the Warriors have covered. The defense have cleaned up, but man, I like the way the Hornets shoot. 48%, 40% from 3. The younger team, the faster team, the younger legs out there. Warriors, though, they still have that ugly number over the past 2 weeks where they're giving up 49% shooting overall. So I'll look here at I'll take a look here at Charlotte here at the points. I can't back the Wizards after what they looked like yesterday against Sacramento. They just completely fell apart. And there could be some I don't want to say tampering, but there could be some funny business going on with this Wizards team. Like I said, we talked about this the other day, and someone in the chat cleared up yesterday, is that the Wizards if they have a protected pick in the first round, if they got to finish in the bottom 8. So there isn't a whole lot of motivation here for the Wizards to play well, because if they finish in the bottom 8, they get that first round pick from the Knicks. So it looks to me that's what they're eyeing on. So keep an eye on this reverse analytics late in games where these coaches make moves in the fourth quarter. They bring in players that give them the least a chance of winning. And that's kind of how they tank it. So we saw that yesterday with the Wizards kind of playing, and then the fourth quarter it went to hell. So give me the same thing. Give me the Nuggets here. I think the Wizards here are in total tank mode. They want that first round pick next year. They want to finish in the bottom 8. And I'll look at the Nuggets there in that spot there. Lakers in Portland. Man, I can't I got to look. If someone said the Lakers might have a hard time getting to 100, Yeah, so LeBron and everybody else, give me Portland in this spot. The Lakers here, the defense is the problem. The three-point shooting is the issue. Over the past 2 weeks, the Portland Trailblazers can defend, allowing 44% shooting, 33% from three. I'll look here at their Portland here laying this short number against the Lakers. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show. Turn our attention over to college hoops for today. Big card will do 4 blocks, like we always do here on the Saturday show, on the Saturday cards. So we'll take a look at the games here for college hoops. So let's take a look at the first block of games. So block 1 will feature the games at noon Eastern, and then we're going to include the 2 Eastern, 12 Eastern, include the 2 Eastern in this first block. And in this block, notable games featuring here Kentucky, Tennessee. We're seeing Kentucky here, the dog, Tennessee 6.5 in that one. Also Connecticut, Georgetown, Connecticut lay 11.5 on the road in that one. Also Mini in Illinois here is going to lay 15.5. UCLA, Ohio State there, the Buckeyes 4. We're seeing a 3.5 start to creep up now in that game with UCLA, the dog, and that one Alabama, Oklahoma looks good. That one's 5 Alabama on the road, total 175.5. Should be high scoring in that one. Iowa State's going to lay 7 at Cincinnati. They're angry in Cincinnati right now, not very happy. Iowa, Indiana laying 3 and 2.5, total 143. TCU, Utah, TCU a 4.5 road favorite. And there you go from the notable games here from noon Eastern. And in this block, we include the 2 Eastern over to Alninos.
Yeah, going to start with this Illinois-Minnesota game. Well, definitely too many points for me to be laying, but I'll look at this total here. We got 2 teams playing at a slower pace, 2 teams trending to the under. So I'll take the under in that one. Next up, gonna look at another total here. Florida Vandy, just gonna go the other way there. Sorry. 2 teams that like to play at a faster pace here. So pretty good shooting numbers as well. So I'll take the over in that one. And I like, as far as sides are concerned in this block, I'll go with Columbia there over Brown. 5 and 3 on the road, which isn't great, but other than that, I mean, it's not terrible either. But other than that, having the much better season, putting up the much better numbers here, just got to take care of the ball and should be able to get the job done.
Yeah, from Al Nino's here. Yeah, I like this block here. I like Indiana to bounce back after that loss at Michigan State on Tuesday. Indiana lay the number here against Iowa. Indiana is first in effective field goal shooting in the Big Ten. 38% from 3, 61% from 2-point distance. They force turnovers defensively against the conference. I'm going to go against this Iowa team here today. This is a team that sits 13th in offensive efficiency in the conference. They turn the ball over at a high rate. They can't rebound offensively. They can't make their free throws. They're weak defending the 2-point shot. So I'll look at Indiana and lay the number there. Also, I'll take the points with UCLA here against Ohio State. Ohio State just 11th in defensive efficiency in the conference. They don't force turnovers. They struggle on the glass, and they only make 34% from 3, and they don't make their free throws. UCLA defending very well in the Big Ten this year, just 28% from 3 they're giving up. They force turnovers. Buckeyes have failed to cover 6 of 8. Bruins over the past month been respectable numbers here, 48% shooting, allowing just 42% and 26.6% from 3. So I'll look at UCLA there at the plus 4 points. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show with Block 2 in college hoops. We're going to cover the games from 2:15 and then all the way up to 4 Eastern. So we take the 2:15, include the games here at 4 Eastern, and we start here with El Ninos.
Yeah, just a couple for me in this block again. First up, we're gonna look at Utah State having a great season, then coming in 15-1, 4-1 on the road. Now Grand Canyon has been much better at home, where they're 7-2, but I think they'd definitely be tested here. So I'll lay the points with Utah State there. And Nebraska, another small road favorite. Obviously, another team having a solid season, shooting the ball real well from deep. And again, just think the better team here, 3-0 on the road as well. So I'll lay the points with Nebraska there.
Yeah, without Ninos. Yeah, the one I agree with Al. I agree with the Utah State. That's the one I locked in this block here. Grand Canyon just ninth in offensive efficiency in the Mountain West. They don't rebound, only hitting 29.8% from three. Mountain West is a three-point shooting conference. Remember, the Antelopes were a WAC team, now facing Mountain West. Stiffer competition, better defensive teams, better three-point shooting teams. The Antelopes having trouble making threes against this Mountain West Conference club here. Boy, look at this Aggies team over the past month. 56% shooting, 42% from three. Antelopes, again, not making threes. I'll take Utah State there and lay that number there. All right, let's continue on here on Tony's Morning Show. We go to block 2 from College Hoops, block 3 in College Hoops. Block 3 here, we include the games at 6:30 Eastern time. And hang on a minute. I think I jumped the gun there. Yeah, in this block, we're going to include the games at 4:30 Eastern time, and all from 4:30 Eastern time, and include the 6:30 Eastern time. So 4:30 and include 6:30 Eastern. Back to Al Ninos.
4:30, including 6:30. Okay, I got a few in this block here. First up, Texas A&M, Corpus Christi there. Again, laying just over my 6 here, but again, look around for that 6, and again, should get the job done. Should win this one by more than 2 possessions. Big home court advantage here. 5-1 at home, going up against a 1-8 Southeast Louisiana team here on the road. So I'll take Texas A&M, Corpus Christi in that one. I'll lay the points with Furman at home here. Not my favorite pick of the day, but again, they've been good at home, 8-2 at home. Wolford should put up a good fight. Unfortunately, that me down in the last one. Maybe that's why I kind of like this one a little bit more than I should. But I like Furman to get the job done there at home. I'll lay the points with them. I was looking at Stephen F. Austin here on the road, laying a few points against New Orleans. They've traveled decently, 5-3 on the road, so taking all the 3 of their losses there on the road, but should get the job done here in New Orleans. I'll lay the points there. And last but not least, what should be a pretty good matchup here between Michigan State and Washington. Now this line did move up a little bit and then come back down again, but I think we back the Spartans here on the road to get the job done. Just having a great season, coming in at 15-2, just 1-1 on the road, and Washington has been great at home, 7-2 at home, which is maybe why I'm not thrilled about it. But again, I think Michigan State, better team here, gets the job done.
Yeah, from Al Ninos, I'm going to lay the points with Portland State against this bad Northern Arizona team. Northern Arizona last in defensive efficiency against the Big Sky Conference. They're 0-5 in the Big Sky. Just a team that can't defend the 3, can't rebound offensively. They sit 8th in offensive efficiency. Struggles from 3s. They turn the ball over, don't rebound. I'll look to go against them here against the Portland State team that sits second in both offensive and defensive efficiency against the Big Sky. They make their free throws. They rebound effectively on both ends. They defend the 3 and the 2-point shot. They're 57% shooting from 2. I'll look at Portland State there and lay the number against Northern Arizona. Also, I like UC Davis with this plus as a home dog here against UC Irvine. Davis, 3rd in offensive efficiency in the Big West. They make their free throws. They make their 3s. They force turnovers defensively, strong on the glass. When you look at UC Irvine, this is a team that turns the ball over, just 47% shooting inside. They don't make their free throws, missing free throws, turning the ball over. I don't like that for teams going on the road in conference play. And look at the Anteaters over the past month, giving up 40% from 3. This Aggies team in better shooting defensive form over the past month. I'll look at UC Davis here at that plus as a home dog. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show, closing out college basketball with the games from 6:30 Eastern and include the games here, the last games at 10 Eastern time. So we're going to close out college hoops here with 6:30, include the 10 Eastern. Let's look at some of the notable games here in this block here of games in the prime time. St. Mary's, Santa Clara. Santa Clara's going to lay 1.5 in that one at home. St. Mary's a dog in that game. They opened favorite. Santa Clara now the new favorite in this one. Also in this block, we've got St. John's Villanova. St. John's here laying 2.5, 3 from an opener here of 1. So the money has come on St. John's. Louisville Pitt, Louisville 7.5 on the road. BYU Texas Tech, Texas Tech 3, 3.5 in that one. New Mexico and San Diego State, a pretty good one in the Mountain West. Aztecs open 4. We're seeing 5s. It's circa the sharp U.S. book there in Nevada. We're also seeing 4.5s there. So movement there on the favorite. San Diego State laying 4.5, 5 there against New Mexico. Ole Miss, Miss State. We have Miss State 3.5 at home in that one. And what else we got here? Gonzaga, Seattle. Gonzaga going to lay 14.5 on the road. And then your late night game. Boy, they're going to play this one late, 10 Eastern. K-State and Oklahoma State. That's a late night there. Okie State 3.5 and 4. Total 176 over down Ninos.
Sorry, dog's starting to act up. No. But first up, I'll look at Belmont here. Another team having a great season, coming in at 16-3. And unlike a lot of these college basketball teams, they actually know how to travel. 7-1 on the road. And again, should get the job done there. They've been shooting the ball extremely well. Just got to box out, take care of the ball, and should get the job done there for us. I'll go against my Long Beach State here. I'll lay the points with Cal State, Northridge. Again, just a better team. And again, big home court advantage here. Speaking of teams that don't know how to travel, Cal State Northridge is at 8-0 at home, with Long Beach State 0-8 on the road. So might want to take a lesson from Belmont here and maybe learn how to travel a little bit. Looked at this total real quick here. Actually, no, I did not. Could not get on this total, but took a quick peek at this game, and I kind of like St. John's here. I guess it looks like the play over Villanova. Big line move here. Nova opened as a small favorite. Now you got St. John's laying 2.5 last I checked. I'm not sure where that number is right now.
2.5 and 3. Yeah,
2.5 going on 3.
Yeah.
So looks like St. John's the side in that one. And looking at where's the cutoff for this block?
Last game, the last ones are 10 Eastern. Last block, 10 Eastern.
So yeah, I'll lay the points there with Hawaii. Again, yes, it is a road spot. Could be a fishy number here, but I think they should get the job done there. They've been playing some real good basketball, so I'll lay it with Hawaii there. And then I'll wrap it up. Still got a couple. Kind of like the Northern Colorado there over Sacramento State. Again, just trying to let reasonable number here with the better team. Just 5-4 on the road. Sacramento State is 5-1 at home, but again, back in Northern Colorado in this one. And gonna wrap it up with. Never mind. I think that wraps it up for me. A small lean to this total here. Actually, can't find my notes on it, so I'll get back to it in a second.
There we go. From Al Ninos here. I'll tell you what I think here about some of these games. I'm looking here at Fullerton laying against is really bad. This Riverside team is horrible this year. I'll take Fullerton here, the team that secures the basketball. They force turnovers defensively, and they make their threes at 37% here in conference there. So I'll look at Fullerton here. They have road wins at UC San Diego, which is a very good team. They went to UC San Diego, won by 17 there. They also have a win at Denver in high elevation, put up 105 points there. This Riverside team is just terrible. 282nd in the Ken Palm this year. Last in offensive efficiency. Can't make threes at 28%. 45% inside. They're giving up 42% from 3. The terrible defensive rebounding team. They've lost 1-5 in conference play this year. They've lost 5. They've lost 1-5 in the conference, losing 4 straight conference games. As a matter of fact, they lose 88-45 at home against Hawaii. That's some pretty bad numbers there. So I'll look at the lane here with this Fullerton team that can score. Also, I'm going to look here. I agree with Al Ninos. I like St. John's here against Villanova. St. John's is best in the conference in offensive efficiency. Secure the basketball, hitting 40% from 3, 75% at the line. Remember, the St. John's team couldn't shoot. That's why they couldn't go deep in the tournament. But this is a team that can shoot this year. So I like them here. Villanova in the Big East, they turn the ball over They struggle on the glass. They only hit 72% at the line. So here's a team that turns the ball over and they don't make their free throws. And they're struggling inside, giving 50% from 2-point distance. Red Storm has covered 4 of 5 with great shooting. And the Red Storm St. John's have shot 50% or greater in 4 of their past 5 games. And looking at Villanova, they've given up 50% shooting or greater in 2 of their past 3. 2 teams in opposite directions here. I understand the line move. I like St. John's in that one. All right, let's continue here on. Yeah, now, Ninos?
Yeah, so real quick, just again, like Oklahoma State there over Kansas State at home, but that play on the total was on the over as well. You got 2 teams that love to play at a fast pace, and both 10 and 7 to the over so far. It's a pretty big number, but I'll lean to the over in that one as well.
There you go. Just news coming over. Riamuto will be back with the Phillies. A catcher coming back there. All right, we'll go to hockey. Of course, we got the Daily Dangle coming up here at 1 Eastern time with Rod and Company. That's a complete, thorough rundown on every NHL game with information from injuries to goalie changes, morning skates, and all. Get those picks in NHL game by game on the Daily Dangle 1 Eastern time with Rod and Company. So in this block, El Nido, it's a big card NHL. Just give us what you got today, NHL.
Yeah, not too much in the NHL today. Honestly, some pretty good matchups, and it's not the easiest card. But I'll start off with the Sabres here. Just playing the better hockey. Should be a good matchup on paper, but the Wild kind of been struggling a little bit. The Sabres been the much hotter team on their home ice, so I'll lay a little bit of juice there with the Sabres. Rangers, Flyers, 2 teams that have gone downhill. The Flyers, though, did have some tough matchups and tough spots, so I think it's a bounce back spot for the Flyers on their home ice. The Rangers just been looking terrible. Sure, could they bounce back today? I think they could turn it around any day with that roster, but they just haven't been playing like it. So I'll take the Flyers there, maybe lay a little bit on the puck line as well to knock this juice down a bit, but mostly money line on the Flyers there. Kraken, Mammoth, got to back the home team here. Again, they're coming in pricey here, so gonna have to take a -1. Kraken were playing pretty well, but starting to fall off a little bit. So again, they're probably Utah's probably overpriced. This one may not even be worth betting, but just my lean there. Up next, let's see what else we got. Sorry. Maple Leafs Jets should be a good one. Do I want to keep backing these Jets? Yeah, I actually kind of do. I think it's a pretty fair price on these Jets at home. Could the Maple Leafs pull off the upset? Sure, they can, but just think, again, the Jets just too much catching up to do still after that losing streak, and I like them to get the job done here at home. So I'll go with the Jets there. And let's see if we got anything else. Ducks, Kings, the rematch in Anaheim this time. Yeah,
that was a horrible overtime period, but go ahead.
Yeah. I guess the Kings getting the rematch here. Taking that long trip down to Anaheim after that game in LA. Again, still no Kopitar for them, so tough spot, but I still got to take a slight lean to my Kings there to get the job done in that one. And then we got the Knights coming in streaking here. The Predators also on a 3-game win streak. The Golden Knights on a 6-game win streak, but they are they are at home here with the rest advantage. So tough spot. They are overpriced. I was gonna go Knights -1, but a little bit overpriced. So again, if you can find a decent price there on the -1 in regulation, I'd lean towards the Golden Knights, but I'm not rushing to lay that puck line. So probably just to stay away right now and hope to get a better price closer to puck drop.
There from Mount Neal's. Yeah, I was going to mention I was at a club list. I watched some bands, and they had that game on this big screen when they were changing bands, and I was watching that. That was the worst overtime I've ever seen in the history of NHL. Horrible over 3-on-3 hockey. These guys can't get the puck on net. That's embarrassing. Both teams suck in my book. But anyway, here on Always Morning Show, we got you through the hockey. Now it's time for our Parlay Purple segment, where our cappers give it a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. We make the call here. We start with El Ninos.
All right, let me take a quick glance at this NBA card real quick. I'll go with the Mavs. I'll go with the Hornets. And I'll go with. Oh, shoot. I'll keep it to a two-teamer. Unless you guys want some soccer, I might throw in there late. I kind of like some soccer plays, actually.
Yeah, from Al Nino's here. I'm going to go with here with the Bills and that Bills, and I'll parlay that with UCLA and college hoops at plus the 4 points, and I'll also go with what else did I want here? Ooh, what did I do here with these two at the end? I'll take UC Davis here plus the points there in that one with my three-teamer. It's UCLA plus, UC Davis plus, and then taking the Buffalo Bills plus that 1.5. All right, we got you through our parlay purple segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Head into a big weekend of action. A lot of football here. Remember, it's NFL Saturday, Sunday. It's also college football playoff on Monday. So you guys may consider that weekend 3-day all sports pass is a great way to roll right now over at Tony's Picks. Of course, link in the description will take you right over here to Tony'sPicks.com where we have our best bets on premium plays up there on the board. Link is in the description to get right on over there. As you can see, El Nino's the top of our leaderboard for the year in 2026, 1,059 units of profits, all documented. That's based on a $100 unit wager size. So, Al, what do you got for sale today?
I said so. For everyone that's getting sick of me just having one play a day, already got 2 up today. Got my alley-oop there in the NBA. If you want to check that out. If NFL's more your thing, I've had this one up a little bit. Still very bettable. So go ahead and grab that. My best bet in the NFL here for today. Also have my game of the week on Sunday. If you want to check that out early. And again, your best way to go is grabbing those 2-for-1 or long-term passes and get all those team plays emailed right to you. Like this card quite a bit today. Even as I said, like some soccer plays quite a bit as well. So I might end up with a soccer play there as well. And yeah, like the Bills quite a bit. They might make it there too, but you got that here. So don't have to worry about that one. And again, just pair them up with your favorite capper and get all those team plays emailed right to you.
That's right, guys. Get both down here over at Tony's. Big to see the best bets up there from Saturday, Sunday up there as well. It's an alley-oop play. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit amount purchased is credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Or you may elect to go with the long-term subscriptions. You guys like that 3-day pass here on the weekend. Weekend of football here, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and all the hoops and the hockey action there with Al on the 3-day pass. Remember the promo code TonyT will knock off that 15% off. 2-for-1 capper promotion. There, match Al Nino's with your favorite capper there with the 2-for-1 capper promotion there, and go ahead and get signed up. All right, guys, have a best bet on the board right now from football. Also, a 3-pack bundling my football and college soup. So I got 3 premiums on the board for you right now. So get on board with me. Remember, the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit amount purchased will be credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Get on board with me over at Tony's Picks right now and get signed up. Of course, El Nino, as we mentioned here, 1,059 units of profit document over on the site. Number 1 on leaderboard. Also number 1 last 30 days. I've been cranking it out there over on the site. All right, guys, with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. each time. It is the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Guys, hit that subscribe and don't miss any of our picks here from the live shows as well as on demand. Set notifications so you get that notification when we're live on the channel because we have 5 live shows over our network, over our YouTube channel. And we interact with you in the chat. All chats are open on all live shows, as you can see right here. Whenever we're live, the best way, because we have so much content, the best way to navigate our site and Tony's Picks is just start here on the home because we have the playlist set up for you. All of our live streams that are going live, our compilation videos are up there for you right now. That's up as we speak. Our props, Chris coming in with his hit list today, NHL and NFL hit list. Those are both up right now for you up on the site. Also, up for you right now, NFL playlists. I got my NFL games up there. So does Ramon. So does Alessandro with both of them up there, up on the board right now. College football, when we're ready to go there. NBA, we have that for you as well. College hoops. I got my college hoops up there for you right now. Also, we have up on the board right now, we've got our man Ramon coming in with some college hoops for you guys as well. So he's got a lot of college basketball coverage for you guys today from myself, as well from Ramon up there, NHL. Ramon's got the entire card for you from the NHL today on demand, so check that out. We'll have our fight picks when the fighting comes back, videos, shorts, and more. We got a lot of shorts coverage for you guys up there. Got them all up there for you right now. We clip from our shows as well. So guys, check out our reels for the free picks in a fast fashion free picks right there for you guys right on the channel. So check it out over on Tony Vic's YouTube channel. Of course, El Nino's, we've seen some on-demand work from you as well on the channel, but you come in a lot. You're much a fixture now in our morning shows here, and we also see you on the reels.
Yeah, definitely been mostly morning shows for me lately. But again, keep an eye out for those doggy videos. This guy misses them, so might have them up there again soon. But yeah, in the meantime, just keep tuning into the morning shows and make sure you check out all that other great content, all the live shows, the videos we got up for you on Tony's Picks YouTube channel.
That's right. 5 live shows on the channel, guys. Our show at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Ramon at 3 a.m. Eastern Time with the Night Move show. Him and DeAndre break down the entire card, go full blast with you here on the card here today up there on demand. Over a 2 hour show from Ramon. 2 hours and 21 minutes today from Ramon. 2:22 for Ramon. Complete rundown, thorough breakdown of these games today from Ramon for you there. Look ahead with Alessandro. This is the first look at these games as the lines open. So get ahead of those line moves. Check out the Look Ahead show, midnight Eastern Time. Rod with the happy hour, Monday through Friday. That's your last look at all these games before they go off here at 5 Eastern Time with Rod on the happy hour and company. Daily Dangle, Rod and company as well. Their Daily Dangle, and this will be up today at 1 Eastern Time, live with Rod. A complete rundown on these NHL games with injuries, morning skate news, goalie confirmations. Check the Daily Dangle out at 1 Eastern Time there from Rod here on the channel. And of course, lots of great live content here for you guys. So make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. You can also follow all of our work on podcasts, Tony's Picks, on your favorite podcast provider, or you can take your favorite playlist, put that playlist in your search bar on your podcast, and subscribe to the playlist. So all our playlists are on the podcast, as well as our entire video collection on the podcast. So if you subscribe to Tony's Picks YouTube on the podcast, what you're going to get is kind of everything you see on the video tab will be in podcast. So every video upload, which is when you subscribe using Tony's Picks. But then if you just want the playlist, you'll just get the playlist. So you make the call there, guys. So appreciate everybody here in the chat. Join us here. We'll take one last look at things before we let it roll here. Have a good one, K-Dogs. Stay warm. We know it's very cold over there tomorrow there. And we already got folks saying Texans to the Super Bowl. Really good defensive team. Could we see Texans Seahawks, Texans Bears, Texas Rams? We'll see how it rolls there. So hello to our man Bo Dunn. Of course, Ron Hahn there in the chat. He's having a great year on the site as well. Man Maurice coming in with his player prop in there. Bam, under 10.5 rebound there for Maurice. Appreciate you and Ron Hahn liking those Cornhuskers playing the number here. And Garza's knocking it down here, getting some rebounds. Maybe a late bloomer there. Garza coming out of college was at a really, really good college career there. All right, guys. With you here tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll have coverage again for you tomorrow. Here every day here on the morning show. More NFL tomorrow with NBA hoops, college hoops, as well as hockey. Alninos, any closing thoughts before we close it out?
Yeah. Some quick soccer picks for all the loyal viewers that are still with us here and stuck around with us to the end of the show. Bayern Munich, I'll take them -1. Should be a good matchup here against Leipzig. And again, they do have a Champions League matchup coming up on Wednesday, but I don't think they're too worried about Union Saint-Gilloise or whatever that team is. Anyway, I think they should be able to handle them easily. So I think they're more focused on this Bundesliga game here. I'll lay the -1 there with Bayern Munich. Up next, another big favorite. Now be careful with this one. Always careful with the Italian league. I know they've been again busted recently in the NBA and college basketball for cheating, but these guys have been doing it for decades. So be careful with these guys. But I like Juventus. They're the much better team to get the job done against. Who are they playing again? Cagliari. Anyway, however you pronounce that one. Sorry, butchered that name.
Cagliari.
Cagliari, there you go. So yeah, I like Juve to get the job done there. -1 again. A more competitive matchup here in the Spanish league. I will look at Villarreal here over Real Betis. Just again having a great season. Now they are on the road, but again should get the job done there. You can get them at a pick 'em too, so the draw would not lose your bet either. So definitely take the pick 'em on that one, not the plus money on the money line. And again, if you're parlaying these up, you can just take the big favorites on the money line rather than the -1. But single teamers definitely take the -1 on those favorites.
There we go. From Al Nino sitting the stretch run here of the European soccer there in a World Cup year. Let's get these games out of the way. All right, that's going to do it for the show, guys. Have a great one. I'm going to wave goodbye to you. Make it a winning Saturday. We're back tomorrow here on